Merry Christmas, everyone. This is December 24th. This is Law Bench 191. Thought I would do a review today of a MRC, Model Rectifier Corporation Diesel Sound Decoder number 1712, which is for the EMD 645 engine, the non-turboed engine that was put into GP38s, SW1500s, SW1000s, I believe, some SD38s, SD38-2s, some of the GP15s. So this is MRC's attempt at the 645 engine. I put this in a Aberdeen and Rockfish GP38. The Aberdeen Rockfish Railroad, that many of you know already, was in North Carolina. It still is a short line there, one of the oldest short lines in the United States. I have two of these units. I have one number 400, the one you see before you, and 405, which is a dynamic brake unit. Of course, 400 didn't have dynamic braking, but in any event, I bought these at a train show and decided to put the sound in these. So anyway, as we all know, Tsunami is great sound. I can't say anything bad about Tsunami because it's just fantastic sound. So I was looking at a mid-range sound that I could possibly put in some units, just experimenting. And I wanted to stay away usually from MRC. I had a MRC decoder years ago. I just didn't like it. And I've been kind of steering away from them. Well, kind of got news that they were coming out with some new 16-bit decoders. There's been some stuff on YouTube. There has been criticism, some of them. This one is the one that has the 1712 is a plug-in with an 8-pin plug-in. And it has its little MRC speaker that comes along with it that's attached. Of course, you can add bigger speakers. This Atlas unit has a spacing in it for a speaker, so I was able to, there's metal weights, and you can unscrew the weights and put, actually it's a baffle area for speakers, so I was able to put it in that area. And it's the standard speaker. I may later on put a different speaker. I'm thinking about putting a Soundtrax or some other type of speaker in it, maybe give it a little more volume, but I did turn up the volume on it. I'm kind of impressed with it. I bought it from modeltrainstuff.com. That's MB Klein. Many of you know of their stuff. They have usually some of the best prices, I'll have to say, on the market. And this one I purchased for $44.95. That does include shipping, but basically I was didn't know what I was going to get. But I'll have to say that I'm kind of pleased with what I got. I really like the sound of this. This is their 16-bit decoder. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up and go through some stuff with you and just kind of let you see it so that you'll have a kind of an idea if you're thinking about ordering one of these. So I didn't put any ditch lights in it or anything. It does come with a wiring diagram so that you can put ditch lights in it. When, of course, they got these units originally, they didn't have ditch lights. Of course, they were added later on with the Aberdeen and Rockfish, but the first time 400 came, it was in 1968 when they got it, and of course there was no ditch lights back then. So that's kind of the era I'm modeling, so we didn't put ditch lights on it. But in any event, I'm going to fire this up and kind of let you hear it, and we go from there. To fire it up, you hit function 8, and I'll let you hear startup sound. Okay, put on your light. Kind of go through the functions with you as I look at my sheet here. And this thing comes with actually 28 functions. If you've got one of the new DT 402s or whatever, or some of the other Prodigy or some of the other type of decoder units that carry up to 28 functions. But I just have right now today, I'm running on my old DT 400. Alright, F1 of course is your bell, I'll let you hear that. And of course you can speed up the bell and you can change the bell sound too with your CVs. bell. This is the horn. There are 0 through 4 horns. I like this horn the best. It's the default horn under 0, under that CV they have for the horn. Okay, this is F3, of course, is your air release. F4 is for uncoupling. F5, service brake. F6 is when you run the unit. I'll show that later on. That's your dynamic brake. It actually slows the unit down. F7, air hose firing, uncoupling lever. You hear the pumps coming on now. You just heard them. F8 is startup and shutdown, of course. F9 is your engine cooling fan. You can hear it there. F10 is for rail wheel clack. That's only when moving. That's kind of been standard with MRC. They always have that rail clack in their units. I've seen several of their thing that. F11 is the traction air compressor. F12 is toggling for the main volume. You can adjust the volume. Okay, let's go ahead and run this thing and kind of let you see it. Of course, there's so many other functions. With some of the others, I'll just kind of tell you down the road here. F15 air compressor, F16 flange squeal, F17 air release. Some of the things you can increase the volume with F21, F22, safety valve pop, air release, flange noise, all kinds of sand drop, all kind of different things on here in the F through 28. Anyway, I'm going to fire it up and let you see it run. When you go into dynamic braking, you'll actually see it slow down things. So listen to this, if you see it slow down. And then when you increase the volume, we'll come back. Of course, 400 didn't have dynamic brakes, but if you have one with dynamic, you can see what it'll do. I'll ramp it up a little bit going up the hill and ramp it down so you can hear it. And of course, when you go down the shutdown, basically it's pretty easy to shut it down. I'm really impressed with this MRC 1712. Like I said, I paid $44.95 for it. That's pretty cheap. And for a mid-range decoder, sound decoder, I think it's pretty good. I'm not knocking it, so I'm gonna see how it does and holds up down the road. I'll kind of keep you informed if I have any problems with it. It seems to run fine. I like the way it sounds. I'm probably gonna add a bigger speaker. I'll see how that goes when I put the bigger speaker in it and kind of let you hear it again. But right now I'm kind of impressed with this MRC 1712. So I just kind of wanted to put it out there on YouTube so you could kind of see how mine looks and what it does. Of course, like I said, there are wiring diagrams if you want to put the 1.5 bulbs for ditch lights and all that fun stuff. And you can blow the horn, the ditch lights go back and forth. But I didn't install it in this unit since I'm modeling about 1968 in there on back a little bit. So in any event, let's go ahead and almost shut it down. And we go from there. There's your pumps that just came on. If you let it idle, you'll hear those pumps come on and off. Okay, and light and shut down. Okay, so that's the MRC 1712 review. I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas or a happy holiday season to you. And I hope that you have some Santa Claus is good to you with trains. I'm picking up another centipede this year. So, any event, MRC 1712. I've said enough. Merry Christmas, y'all. Bye-bye.